back as we continue through element 16 of your life book. This is the good one, dealing with addictive foods. Today, we are going to be reviewing pages 320 to 321. We're going to be talking about that insatiable hunger, those cravings and the addiction. All right, so we're going to start with, I'm going to get a little sciencey on you. How's that? So leptin is the hunger suppressant hormone that's released by your fat cells that tells your brain that you're not hungry anymore. And it's like, hey, go get busy and build a hut or do something to improve your survival, right? So Dr. A reviews this in much more detail of that section 2.8 in this Habits of Health book. So go back here, take a look. He talked about, that was when your body weight and the set point during transition, all right? So here's what researchers found. That as insulin rises in response to eating sugar and flour and refined foods, it actually blocks that leptin and it's no longer capable of suppressing the hunger. So in studies, mice were fed these high glycemic foods. And as insulin rose in their blood, the mice began to eat continually and they stopped moving. Now, let's think about it. Was it because they had no willpower or because they were weak? No, it was because the refined foods, they flipped that metabolic switch. And this explains why before starting on that healthy journey, you may have found yourself on the couch eating a tub of ice cream at 10 p.m., right? Or if you had this urge to go get something, right? You just got in the car and went. So if you experience an urge, go back to that stop, challenge, and choose, right? And if you still need something sweet, grab a fueling. That is not going to flip that switch, all right? You got this. This is biology. It's not physiology, all right? So along with your habits of health, right, that's going to really help you automate that healthy response over time. So now let's talk about cravings and addictions. The second problem with refined sugar and flours is that they light up the brain like cocaine and heroin. It's in the books, it's in many different studies. When subjects are placed in the MRI machines, and these are designed to show areas of our brain that are activated after consuming the sugar and flour. That's what the purpose was. The subject's pleasure and reward center lights up like a firework display. The hyperactive area that's known as the nucleus accumbens actually releases a large amount of dopamine, which creates this pleasurable feeling and leads to desire for more, right? This is why, we'll hop in a car to specifically go out and get ice cream. If we don't have it at home, we're like, oh, we don't buy it. Yeah, but you get in a car and you go get it, right? Or you eat the whole bag of chips, or you eat an entire pizza. It's just like the continual use of a drug. If we continue to eat the sugary and the refined processed foods, the brain, it actually adapts rapidly and it starts to thin out the dopamine receptors because it senses too much dopamine was released. So, and as a result, these receptors, they downregulate. So now we lack the ability to feel the same level of pleasure unless we start eating larger amounts to stimulate enough dopamine release. How crazy is this, right? So in people who are more susceptible, it can create this state of lifeless, down, even depressed feelings with a lack of energy between these sugar rushes. So you may be like this description. That was me. It really depends on how susceptible you are to the addictive powers of sugar and refined flours, right? Not everyone is exactly the same. It's just like people who have this varying degree of addictive potential to alcohol, right? It's the same. Some people have a higher degree or varying degree of the addictive qualities to the refined sugar and flour. So that's it for today. All right. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the susceptibility, right, to refined sugar and flour. So thank you for joining me as we continue to move through this really important element 16 of your life book. Please feel free, like, comment, share the post, hop on over to the YouTube channel called Healthy and Vibrant, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.